welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy. Today is my day off. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing yet, but I did want to just get ready and just kind of have a little conversation with you guys. Maybe talk a little bit, tell you about a couple of stories. Let's get into my makeup look today. I'm going to be doing just like an everyday makeup look, nothing too fancy. With my eye color and my hair color, I really like to do browns and golds, and so we'll probably do something similar to that. And as always, I'm going to go in with my professional primer from Benefit Cosmetics. I am just about out of this bottle. I love this stuff so much. It really helps blur my pores, and I have kind of big pores, so it's really good to get in there and blur it before your foundation. The sun is finally out today. It's been kind of gray, really cold, and it snowed yesterday. So the sun is out in full force. I think last time I checked it's only 15 degrees, but it's sunny, so we'll take it. Next, I'm going to be going in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 101 on just a, I think it's a Real Techniques Beauty Blender. So some of you might be wondering why I decided to film with such a mess back here. It wasn't really on purpose, but basically what I'm doing is this is one of our spare rooms in our home, and this is where I work because I work from home, and I have like my makeup girly room, which is why my room is hot pink as well. And I decided I was going to take the closet doors off, and I'm going to put my vanity in there with a ton of like lighting around it. I think it's going to look really neat. I finally got the wallpaper in last night that I ordered a couple of weeks ago. So now I can start on that project. So that might be something I'm doing today. I've never wallpapered anything before. I've removed a ton of wallpaper from this house before. This house had wallpaper in every room, and it was like paper mache wallpaper. So the previous owners took just like little tiny sections of wallpaper, just like little pieces, and just paper mache over and over and over. And it was crazy. It was so hard to get off. It took forever. I'm not gonna go that crazy. I'm just gonna put some plain layers on there. I'm really excited though, and then I'll get like this whole bookshelf back behind here. I'll actually get it organized. I started the project and then had to wait for the wallpaper for a couple of weeks, so it kind of got halted. But I plan to put my vanity in there with all sorts of lights, and then I'll get something for a background that looks a little bit more professional than the videos look right now. All right, the base is on. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in flavor 12B Fair Beige. And I put this under my eyes and on top of my eyelids. Now that my primer is on, I'm going to set it in place with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder on a nice big old fluffy brush. So I had a little bit of a crazy morning the other morning. It was Sunday, and on Sunday mornings me and my boyfriend work at 8 a.m. So I woke up at like 7 to get ready for work. And I always come into my office, this is my office where I work from, and I look out the window that I have, and I noticed some person at like, it was about 7:15, 7:20 in the morning, some person just walking around the street, walking in the middle of the road, and kind of like, you know, looking around him and just acting a little weird. I've never seen this person. And then I see him go up to my neighbor's car and just kind of like grab their door handle and just open their car door, and then they're in the back seat for like probably 5 or so minutes. And I 100% know that that's not my neighbors. I've never seen this person before. So I start freaking out. What am I gonna do? And then I notice right in front of my house, there's like a getaway car. It's a car that I have never seen. It does not belong to me. Next, I'm just gonna go in with some of my butter bronzer for my contour. So I see him, he gets in the car, and he's like rummaging through everything in the back seat. He's spending an awful long time in there. Then he kind of tiptoes over to the trunk, really carefully opens the trunk. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this, I don't know. It could be nothing. It really could be nothing, but I'm gonna call 911. I've had my car broken into before, and it's not a good feeling being in your car again after you know somebody's touched all of your stuff, and you know, they stole my wallet, they stole all my stuff from in there, and it's just a really, I just don't like the feeling. So I call 911, tell them what's going on. The guy proceeds to go through that entire trunk and grab a bunch of stuff from the trunk. And then I watch as he takes the trunk, and it's an SUV, so you have to pull the trunk down. So he kind of like grabs the trunk at the top and really carefully and slowly like closes it, but he doesn't actually close it, he just like sets it down because he didn't want to close it or else it would have been too loud and someone probably could have heard. So I watch him kind of grab the trunk, set it down, and then kind of look around. And they have a couple of cars parked on the street, and then they have a couple of cars parked in their driveway as well. So then I watch him as I'm still on the phone with 911, telling him exactly what's going on, videotaping it, all that stuff. I'm just gonna do just a little bit of contour on my nose with the same contour butter bronzer I'm using. And then I'm just gonna go in with my Milani blush here. So I see him start walking up the driveway, and he starts checking all the door handles. There's a couple of cars, I think there was 4 of them at the time in the driveway. So he checks the first one's locked, checks the second one's locked, third one's locked, fourth is open. I watch him get in there, and as he's getting in there, the getaway car starts moving a little bit closer to him. So then he starts walking over to the getaway car and gets right in it, and then drives away. So I'm on the phone with 911, and I'm like, I hope you guys catch him. I hate when people just get away with doing this kind of stuff. It's so disrespectful, it's so invasive. And the operator tells me, yep, they just caught him. So then the police came over to us. I guess they caught him just right down the street. His blush is a little too intense for me at the moment, so I usually just take my Laura Mercier setting powder again, very, very light layer over it just to kind of tone it down just a little bit. This is a cream blush, so it gets a little intense if you're not careful with it. So the police come to my door, and I tell them everything that's going on. I'm like, you know, it's not my neighbor. I know I know my neighbors. It's not them. And it was like 7 in the morning, so they keep trying to knock on my neighbor's door, and they're not answering because it's 7 in the morning on a Sunday. Why would they? So they finally go out there and talk to the police. I do believe that they got all of their stuff back. I'm not sure if they're pressing charges or not. I do have like video evidence of it. I'm sure like it didn't look like he had that much stuff with him. He definitely had like both of his hands were kind of full. But I know it looks like one of the things that they stole was a pair of shoes. So I don't know if they're gonna press charges, but anyways, I didn't end up getting my coffee that morning because there was 5 police cars outside of my house. So it was a little bit of a struggle that day. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe brow cream in the shade Latte, just on an angled brush here. So yeah, I felt pretty good about being vigilant. I try not to creep on my neighbors too hard because I don't want to be like that lady in the neighborhood. We all know who that lady in the neighborhood is. Definitely don't want to be her. But yeah, I'm glad that I got to catch someone. We don't leave our cars in the driveway or anything. We leave it in our garage, but I'm making sure that everything's all locked up before we go to bed, and you never know what people are gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna go do the other eyebrow off of camera, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. The brows are on, and now I'm just gonna take my James Charles X Morphe palette for my just more of a natural look today. I'm going to use this tan shade for my transition shade, so a little bit outside of the crease here. And I'll just do that on a fluffy blending brush. just want the nice transition shade just to be light. It's more of just to blend the eyeshadow from your really bright eyeshadow all the way to your skin tone. Once the transition shade is on, I usually go in with a little bit more of an angled fluffy brush, an eyeshadow brush here, and I go in with this dark brown shade right here. And then I also mix in just a little bit of this one. It's a little bit of a more red tone, and it kind of, with my hair having a little bit of a red hue in the sun, I think it just looks really good with my face. And then once I have the dark brown in there, I just go in with that light brown transition shade again and just kind of blend it all together. I like to go in with a little bit of black right here in the outer corner just to kind of deepen it up. You don't want to go too crazy. It is a very pigmented shade. Now that that is all blended in, I need to do the lid shade. I really like using this shade on my lid. It's just like a champagne-y bright. So I will use that one on the lid, and then I will use this kind of white highlighty shade on the brow bone and the inner corner. Sometimes it is a little bit light when you very first put it on, so sometimes you have to put a couple of layers to really build the exact brightness and shine that you really want. I take that brush with just a very small amount of the dark brown eyeshadow again, and there is a harsh line between the shimmer and the dark, so I just kind of blend it in a little bit. Doesn't take too long to get that done. And then I'll use my fluffy brush with that light brown transition shade, and I just put it under my eyelid. And then I will take a little bit of that dark brown, a little bit of that reddy brown again. Then I'm going to take I think it's like a lip brush, I'm not really sure. Very thin brush with a little bit of black eyeshadow, and I'm going to put that in my waterline on the bottom just to kind of deepen the look up a little bit. Alright, so that is usually what I do for an easy everyday eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go off camera, do this eye, and I will put mascara on both of my eyes, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Both of the eyes are done. I have mascara on both of them. I think I'm just gonna kind of keep it simple today and not put any eyelashes on, and I think all we have to do is lips. So I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Nude lipsticks, and I think Mannequin might be a good one. So I'm actually going to use the Mannequin lip liner and the Mannequin liquid lip as well. I think this one will be pretty. Last thing that we need to do is our Morphe setting mist all over the face to set it in place. Whew, that is the most refreshing mister. I love that stuff. All right, so I think this is it for today's look. Just kind of a nice basic. It doesn't take me too long to make this look, and it just looks really pretty. So I have a few videos coming up here that are gonna be a little bit different than doing just makeup. I have some kind of fun ideas that I'm really excited to shoot and edit and show you guys. So hopefully you guys stick around. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel so that you know when I post my new videos. I think I'm gonna try to do more of a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload. I'm going to try my hardest to keep that. Spring is coming up and I do have a lot of projects outside of work and outside of filming that I like to do, but I think I'm actually gonna take you along for some of those. Here in the next month, I'm gonna be getting my garden ready for spring. Washington's a little bit hard. We gotta wait a little bit of extra time to get the garden going. But there's just lots of stuff that I wanna do and I'd love to take you guys on that journey. So like I said, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below how your week is going. Tell me how you're doing, tell me what you want to see me film, and yeah, have a good day guys, bye!